episode of Mystic Mama Makes. Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet. So before we crochet anything, we need to learn how to make a little crocheted chain, and this is how I teach the children to do it. It's the story of Rupunzel and Prince Charming. Rupunzel will be my finger and Prince Charming is the crochet hook. Feel free to change the story as much as you want. I'm just telling you the traditional story I tell that you may want to alter, and feel free to do so. So here we go. So Prince Charming is just going to go help Rupunzel out, but first we need to make the first part of his belt. So essentially it's a stitch, which is just like you're casting on knitting. So that's going to go through over his head and around his waist. This is what he's going to use to help rescue Rupunzel, who's stuck up her tower. So we have the end that's not attached to the yarn, that can go to the side. This is attached. So she's in a tower that's 1, 2, 3 stories high, and her hair goes over her like that. That's 1 braid and 2 braids. And I've just drawn a little face to remind the students that this is Rupunzel. And she's looking out her windowsill. The finger and thumb form the windowsill, which connects to the knot part in Prince Charming's belt. It's important to keep holding onto the actual knot part, because you can adjust that and tighten it and just wiggle it a bit looser if you need to. It's a bit difficult to crochet if you're holding on like this. Always hold on to the knot on his belt. So Prince Charming's nose is the hook, and so you can imagine his eyes up here, and he always wants to be keeping his eye on Rupunzel, and Rupunzel always wants to keep her eye on him because they love each other. 8-year-old boys love this story. Anyway, so we're going to hold our hook, and he's going to come around towards me, then back, and his nose is going to hook onto Rapunzel's hair, pull through the belt, and that's 1 stitch. Readjust the windowsill. Dunk. So we're, as you can see, like this, nice and loose. You can tighten it if you wish. Towards you, back around, pull, pull through. Looking at it through the camera. Right, around. Are you doing alright, Rupunzel? Sure am. Are you doing alright? Sure am. Around, pull through. And I'll just show you what happens if you try and do it with him facing this way. He gets caught. You want the hook around, pull through. So there we go. And I would encourage you, if you're learning, or if your students are learning, or your children, just to keep making a crochet chain as long as you possibly can, just so that you get used to the hold, because when you go on to the actual crochet part, it can be pretty tricky, and if you've got the hold down, then it makes your life a lot easier. So I would make a big long chain, which you can turn into ropes for building. You can use it as a cord for a little crochet pouch or bag, which I would recommend, or for a sewn bag, or there's lots of things you can use these cords for. So I would just keep going until you feel confident and ready to move on to an actual project. And you have the top of your chain, which looks like knitting stitches, and if you turn it over, you can see that there's those singular bumps there, and that's the bottom of your chain. Top, bottom. So now that I've shown you how to crochet a chain, I'm just going to show you how to make an actual crochet stitch. So I've got 10 stitches on here that I'm crocheting in a row, and I'll show you how you crochet in a row. So spin around. You can see here that we've got 2 leg number 1, leg number 2, and a little body there. That's how I can tell the students that that's 1 stitch. but we're going into the hole in here. So we go, oh, I need to chain one. This is the hole we're going through, and the poem is, in through the pond, catch one fish, catch two more, and that's one stitch. And we're moving into the next pond, which is here. Into the pond, catch one fish, catch two more, and that's one stitch. Into the pond, catch one fish, catch two more, and that's one stitch. If you look at the top, you can see that we're going through those two, and you know you're doing it right because if you go like this, beep, you can see the crochet hook. Into the pond, catch one fish, catch two more, and that's one stitch. Now to start a new row, well, I've got to do my last stitch, and then I want to go on to the next row, so I'm going to chain one, which means just to catch one fish like that, spin around, and I'm ready to go into this pond here. Hooray! Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to my channel and check out the other videos that I have up. I'll be uploading more crafty tutorials soon, and I'm aiming to get videos up weekly, so do follow along because I'm sure you will enjoy it. Thanks again for watching. Ka kite, and I'll see you again soon.